Shalom. Shalom. I'll give all honor and praises to Yahweh. Hashem Yahshua Hashem Hakodash. The bonus to the Russian Apostle Great Millstone, top of the streets of security, citations to the for that is part of the forecast. This nonetheless entitled Jake is choosing the power they're willing to serve in these last days. Okay. Jake was on referring to the Israelites, okay, the 2/3 ultimately, right? Other nation of Israel, right? They're choosing the power they're willing to serve. Okay. There's been, clip that's been hot, okay, of this comedian known as Jerisky, right, mocking the Hebrew Israelite, in which, like the brothers always mention, that it's nothing new, okay. It's just that we're seeing that Jake, okay, in these last days, right, they're mocking, okay, the servant, okay, the man of the Lord, okay, Yabashashai. They don't even know it, okay, they're ignorant, okay. Scripture speaks about how my people are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, because that is wise, okay. That is, using, that's evil, okay. Jake know how to mock, okay. They know how to mock, okay. They know how to scoff, but to do good, to actually, instead of mocking, and to do good, which is to actually heed unto the prophets of the Lord, heed unto the man of the Lord, okay, listen, okay, to the man of the Lord, okay, which, because ultimately they're not, their word is coming from their Lord, Yabashasha, right? They're mocking it, right? So they're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, okay, and they're ultimately gonna lead them down to the path of destruction. Okay, so I got here Joshua 24:14. The subheading reads, "We will serve the Lord." Now, this is when the Israelites came into that land that was promised to them, the land of Canaan, right? And they ultimately got their territory divided amongst the tribes. Okay, they were kind of settling in the land, right? And Joshua basically gave them this provocation, right? So I'm going to read it here. Now, therefore, fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth. So the Lord is Yahweh, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. Okay, and many our people, you see, many our people. This is how we know that reincarnation is biblical, because many our people, they're worshiping these same gods. They worshiping the sun god, they worshiping the Greek god. Okay, you hear it in their name. Okay, of these Greek gods. Okay, whether they're worshiping, the Egyptian god, okay? They're worshiping, Jesus, okay? Which is just go back to a Greek god, all right? But they're not serving or worshiping. The only one that's worshiping, the true power, okay, Yahweh, in the name of his son Yahushua, okay, is elect. Continue reading. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord Yahweh, I shall choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Okay. And the house right now, we know that this house, okay, the house of Yahushua, okay, the house of, you know, the we are, which consists of the elect, right? The body, this one body of Yahushua, under Yahushua, right? we are serving the true powers, right? We are serving the true power, okay, the Yahweh, okay, through his son Yahusha, okay. Jake, okay, they're serving Esau, okay, they're serving the Egyptians, okay, because when once Trump said that November 1st, SNAP benefits will be cut off, okay, you don't receive any government assistance, etc., they start, you know, they feelings got hurt ultimately, right? Their feelings got hurt, okay. They show that they serve and worship this system, okay. They need this system. They rely on this system. They don't rely on Yahweh Shah, okay. So in these last days, Jake is choosing the God that the power that they're willing to serve. Okay, they're willing to serve the Egyptians. Okay, they're willing to put their trust and security in the Egyptians, right? They're willing to, you know, and not when they're ignorant to the word of the Lord, to the knowledge of the word, to the knowledge of the scriptures, right? Especially these Christians, right? Because you see how they have a zeal of the Lord, okay, but not according to knowledge, okay. So I'm going to close it here by giving honor and praise to Yahweh, by Shem Yahshua, by Shem Kalashnikov, Shalom.